In my garage, working on this backplate. I'm doing a custom one of the NZXT backplate, kind of mirrored like the AIO cooler that has the that ring around it, and it has the NZXT in the middle. So anyway, I just making a little video here of my garage and where I'm doing some of my work for this plate. So let me pause this and I'll turn it around and anyway, yeah, typical garage, full of clutter, no storage, but this is the sandblasting cabinet right there that I've been using. I've had it for years. I never really used it until I got into doing this modding stuff, and so I do a lot of bead blasting. And inside I have the glass, white glass media in there. But here we go right here. Here is this plate I'm working on. This is a mirror on the top, and it's got the protective film on it. That's why it looks like that. But basically, there's a void. You can see a little void right there. That's where I'm gonna feed the wire. But there's an actual 3mm space between this mirror plate and the actual bottom. So there's a void there, and I'm gonna put an RGB strip squared off right in there, and it's going to fire towards this edge. And what I did is this edge is frosted acrylic all the way around this edge. Then I'm going to put the top on, which is the clear that has the mirrored acrylic on the top. So and NZXT is engraved out from the back side, so it's going to catch some light from underneath. The plan is that I hope is that it replicates the NZXT AIO cooler, the Kraken. So put that top on. I'm gonna light this joker up. Hopefully this edge lights up real good, and then I'm gonna get the NZXT lit up. And anyway, just wanted to do a quick video. I'm also gonna go ahead and we're going to video the putting it together and all of that, and we're going to light it up, and we'll all see for the first time how it's going to turn out. So we'll be back in a little bit. Oh hey, one last thing. I wanted to show off my drill press my father gave me. My dad's had this drill press for a million years. So anyway, it's quite dirty and stuff, because there's humidity in my garage, so it's kind of got some surface rust on there. But Acme, I've never seen one like that before. Tried to Google it up on the internet, but can't find much info on it. But man, that thing is a workhorse. I have this this little piece in here, this little template. It's where I've been doing the modding cubes. So put the cube in there, and every time get a perfect drill. Anyway, yeah, you can see 1982 on there. Acme, made in Taiwan. But hey man, this thing is great. I'm lucky to have it. My father was glad to let me take it off his hands, since he's not really doing too much in the garage anymore. But anyway, that's what I got going on with my air compressor. Picked that up for free, and I had to put a new motor on it. The guy who had it dropped it off the back of his truck, and it broke the motor housing back here or something, and I bought a new motor. But I got that thing right there for free, and I end up with a lot of stuff like that. I have this Delta dust collector. Picked that up for cheap. It needed a little work. That thing works like a champ. And you know, I'm embarrassed to show this part of the garage, but right there I have a Shopsmith. It's been buried for a while, but done a lot of work on that Shopsmith. That thing works great. Anyway, we'll go back to the plate and show you guys how that's going to turn out. And I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Okay, here we are back inside. Cut some additional parts for this plate. To get the center mirrored acrylic piece right here, to get that to light up, that piece, what we did was I've engraved an additional acrylic piece on the top and the bottom, so it's going to pick up all kinds of light. So we're going to come in here on this corner. We're going to come in with the input. We're going to go in here, out, wrap around. We're going to come through here, and then I'll bridge off of here and hit this, and then we'll shoot an input over here and hit this one right here. Now bringing in this plate right here. This plate, sorry, get this straight. This was some mirrored acrylic action with an engraving. So I'm gonna light this. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna light this up. All right. So you see this here has the image engraved on the mirror, and let's see if I can point out right here. I have this is the bottom side of the acrylic. Well, there's mirror on the top, and then there's clear acrylic on the bottom. I've engraved the image on the bottom of the clear, and it's also engraved on the top of the clear and the bottom of the mirror. So this image is engraved 3 times to create, you know, this mirror that has you can see the effect on there. So it's the same concept with this clear bottom right here would be the same as this NZXT engraved bottom, top, and then we have the mirror NZXT, which is engraved on the bottom. So this concept is the same as what we're going to have going on here with this NZXT, and so we will get some cool lighting on the mirror, just like this. All right. So I still have to cut the top of this. It's going to be clear. The clear acrylic is going to sit on top with the mirrored film. I haven't cut that yet, but I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera, and I'm going to solder all these LEDs up. This is the new 3535 side emitting RGBs, addressable RGBs. Here, give me 1 second. I'm going to pause this camera. Okay, I'm back. I'm opening up some RGB lights here I bought a while back. I bought 5 meters of this a while back off of a website called what was it, Alibaba. Now this is a side emitting addressable RGB, and you see that each one of these has the chip. This 5 meters of this cost me $90 for this RGB. I mean, I use this only rare occasions. If I need a vertical SSD, I will use this because it will shoot the light straight down the vertical SSD, so it'll get good light passage. So what they've come out with now is this strip that you see I'm working with here. This one here is the same what's here. I bought 5 meters of this, and I think the cost was $40 roughly, and it has the 335 chip. Now this chip, the chip that's on the $90 one, the actual chip that's running each LED, there's an actual chip on each one. So you would say that, yeah, this one is more expensive because there's more components in that. But somehow they've managed to have this 335 side emitting RGB diode here that has, you see that black dot? it's a micro processor, whatever, inside each LED, so you don't have to have this chip on each one because it's built into the RGB. Now this strip it makes the strip cheaper, so that they're able to do this. Anyway, I bought this strip, this 5 meters of this for $40. So the technology is getting better and it's getting cheaper for these addressables. And I was buying this. For some reason, I'm only able to get this in 2-meter rolls. Now this is the 3535 RGB chip right there, and this is a 4mm PCB on there. This PCB is 10 millimeters. So this is, for 2 meters of this right here, it's I think roughly about $16 now. I use this for the addressable GPU brackets, because I can keep it as thin as I can. So this strip is perfect for that. But they've got so many different variations. But anyway, just wanted to go over a couple things with that. I'm gonna set up the tripod here, and I'm gonna go ahead and start wiring up this plate here, and we'll cut the top and get the mirrored film on there, and we'll go from there. We'll get this thing lit up, and I'm gonna light it up at the same time. Y'all will see it at the same time I'm gonna see it. So we'll see what this is gonna look like. It's trying to mimic the NZXT Kraken AIO cooler. So give me a second. I'm gonna pause this video, and we'll be right back.
Let me cable.
Hey, it's Jeff. We're back. I actually had the rest of the building of this plate on video, but my phone died. I walked away from my phone. I had the video on pause, and the phone died, and we lost the end of me putting this plate together. But I went ahead. What I did is I went ahead and put the mirrored piece in. I took off the film, went ahead and lit it up, and I made the top piece, and I put the mirrored film on top of this. So I still have to take some black vinyl, and we'll run an edge around that to hold this top down. I don't want to glue the top down, because if anybody ever needs to go into the plate and fix anything, like replace an RGB strip or anything like that, we can just slice the seam there, take the vinyl off, a little vinyl edge I'll put on, and get in there, and they can fix that. So but I think it turned out pretty good. We got a light on right now, so it's kind of dark, so I'm gonna turn this light out and we'll look at it. Okay. We were going after the look of the NZXT AIO cooler, and I think it looks pretty sweet. Never done anything like this before. Probably will never do another one. I mean, this thing I think it took about an hour just to do the wiring on the LEDs, the RGBs, and took a lot of different pieces to come together. Someone wanted one of these. Yeah, it would have to be a premium price to get something like this made again. But anyway, this is it. I think it turned out excellent. I'm gonna go ahead and put the vinyl strip around the edge, and we'll put it into the photo booth there, and we'll take a bona fide video of it with some lights on and stuff, and we'll get this uploaded. I appreciate everybody watching. Thanks a lot. Okay, here we are. Got it all finished up. Let's turn the light on real quick so we can see it. I just have some, I've got to clean it up a little bit, but put a vinyl, some vinyl wrap around the edge. That's the only thing holding the mirror top on, so if you ever need to get inside the plate, we will be able to do that, in case of some mishap, some RGBs get blown out or something. But that's it. I think the total thickness is 12 millimeters, half an inch. So here we go. Give me 1 second and I'll get my phone app, and we can change the modes on it. Okay, I'm back. Got my phone right here. This is the Magic controller, so it's running off of a Bluetooth app on my phone, and we can change the modes, the brightness. Phone captures it a little bit better when you turn the brightness down. It doesn't get too much washed out. And this has a ton. Well, you can't see it, but this has this app. Trying to see how many modes, 200 different modes. So that's mode 200 right there. It just cycles through. Let's see, we'll choose something else. 182, mode 182. Anyway, you get the point. It's got a lot of modes on there. And we'll come down here and put it back on auto. Actually, I think 138 is cycle through the spectrum there. Okay, I appreciate it, everybody watching my video. If you would give my videos a like, subscribe if you haven't. I'm always putting out new designs, something, some complicated backplates and stuff. So you can stay up to date. Give me a like, subscribe. I appreciate it. Talk to everybody later.